Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we've got a familiar guest. So Viraj, my brother-in-law, has been on the channel before. He actually owned the BMW M3 E46. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a little tag to it now so you can go watch that. We're in his new Audi RS3 8V facelift in Nardo Grey. This is the first time, believe it or not guys, I've been in an RS3 8V facelift. I've never been. Do you know what's so weird? It feels so smoother than mine.
Does it?
Yeah. Wow, it's so Viraj, you've got mag ride, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So mine hasn't got mag ride, and this is completely stock. The only thing that's had done is a res delete. Apart from that, nothing else has been done to it. So yeah, completely stock. I don't know if you guys can pick up that rich 5-pot sound, but it's super nice. So this car is really well spec'd as well. What spec have you got on this?
It's got mag ride, sport exhaust.
Yeah.
The super sport seats, reverse camera.
You know, sound system.
Oh yeah, bang on sound system.
Have you got front parking sensors?
Oh yeah, front parking sensors as well.
I haven't got front parking sensors.
I didn't know they were an option though.
No, yeah, they are an option. On the original S3, the original S3 I had, that actually had the super sport seats in red and the red extended leather pack, but my current one doesn't, which is a bit shitty to be fair. But I'm looking to retrofit my mirrors. Viraj has got folding mirrors as well. I'm looking to retrofit the folding mirrors and the front parking sensor and the reversing camera. But Viraj has got all that standards. Yeah man, fucking hell, the pool feels different, guy. And they're not even blasted it yet. It's freezing as fuck outside. Me and Viraj literally just pinned up my diffuser. This video is going to be out a week after, but yeah, we just quickly did that. But this is my first time ever in it. Viraj is actually running. Are you running Continental all the way around? Tyres?
Yeah.
I'm running Michelin, so I'd be interested to see the difference.
Yeah, night and day Michelin's. I can't wait to put mine.
Because you know, I had the Pirellis on my, you know, when I first got the car, it was shit.
Yeah, everyone says it's shit.
Yeah, it was shit. As soon as I put the Michelins on, it felt so different.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I've also got the front wider setup, 255s on the front, 235s on the back.
Okay, cool.
I don't like it, it's weird.
What do you mean, the tyres?
Yeah, they're wider on the front because Audi wanted to get rid of the understeer.
Okay.
But like, even when cruising, sometimes like a traction light comes on when I'm going at 20 miles an hour.
I do like the Alcantara here. But they're hard to kind of keep.
It's filthy right now.
Yeah.
But I need to clean that.
Yeah, wow, the power delivery is crazy. Camera on this road. Yeah, a lot of people probably want to know what the difference between my car and your car. Obviously, I know that they've got a lot of different specs, but the actual shell of the car is quite similar.
Yeah, very similar.
There's loads of little added extras on the RS3, and I feel like the biggest difference is obviously the engine and the power. But inside, there's not much of a massive difference.
It's the same, isn't it, pretty much?
Yeah, I've not got this carbon thing here.
Yeah, so it's actually silver carbon. You can get a proper black, you know, the black.
Is that from OEM standard?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow. So one thing I'm planning going on to my S3 is getting a gearbox map. So essentially, when I shift through them, when I put my car in full manual, it's not really full manual. Whereas in Viraj's car and all the even in the RS3 AP, when you put the car in full manual, it is full manual. It'll get a bang off.
Yeah, it'll bang into red line. Yeah.
Wow. Do you miss the BM?
Yeah, I do, because that was like, you know, full manual car.
Yeah.
It's two different cars in it.
Yeah.
Naturally aspirated and like it revved really high. It was nice. But obviously it's in the family, so it's still there technically, isn't it?
Do you know, for me, that car used to be really quick. For you, what's the difference in the speed? Because that used to be very quick. I know it's manual and obviously it didn't have that quick shift, but this is really quick.
This is something else, man.
Really?
Top end, even top end, this is nuts.
Really? So there is a massive difference in speed?
Yeah, 100%.
What about handling? I know that obviously rear wheel drive and stuff, but do you find it, would you say that you felt safer around bends than that? Or
I'm not sure, you know. I do have more confidence in this, but the BM handled really good as well.
Yeah.
Like I could throw that into corners and it would be fine.
Because a lot of, like for me, my initial experience and kind of knowledge of BMs were they're really, really hard to drive with the rear wheel drive. Actually, ever since getting into BMW, like your M3, E46, PAVs, F80, like, as long as you've got the right setup and the right tyres and stuff, they're actually really good handling.
Well, my BM, it wasn't lowered, it wasn't anything. I only had a set of e-glass on it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
But no, it handled pretty well.
What would you say the best thing about this car is for you?
The 5-cylinder engine.
The The sound.
That's one reason I got it, because obviously I've seen your brothers, and yeah, his is I think his is an iron block engine, and his obviously sounds better than pre-facelift. It does sound better. This is aluminium block.
Okay.
It doesn't sound as like raw, would you say? It still sounds sick.
Yeah, it sounds sick.
Love it.
And you know what? That's where I draw the biggest difference for me between the S3 and the RS3. The S3 has a good tuning capability. Like you can mod them up to like, you know, if you do stage 2 plus, which I'm planning on doing, yeah, you might get like 410 brake max. These,
Plenty in it.
like, these are such a good platform to just modify, and it's absolutely insane. Like the guys in America, like, is it Iron?
Iron's one.
Fucking hell, like I don't know if you've got seen the video between his RS3 and Ken Block's car. It's absolutely insane. Wow, your car is really comfortable, man, and it's running on 19s. Wow.
This is dynamic. I put it in comfort, and you'll see the difference. The steering's got a lighter now.
Yeah. Oh, does yours stiffen up in dynamic? Mine does.
Yeah.
It goes well hard.
But like over the bumps, you can. It's different.
If you put your foot down now, what's the response in normal? Wow. Do you know when we raced that day?
Yeah.
All three of us, I was thinking like, how fast must his car feel? And it can when he puts his foot down, you really can feel the wow. Have you raced Bobby since he's had his stage? Oh, we did, but the thing is, even then it was like, it was still pretty.
He's pulled. He's definitely pulled.
But it wasn't like,
But not like
crazy.
Loads.
That's what I mean. These new 8V cars are crazy, man. So what are your plans with this car now?
So downpipes, intercooler.
Yeah.
Got the
Have you already bought it?
turbo
Are you on
inlet.
it?
Yeah, it's on order from house. Waiting now just for the downpipes to come.
Okay.
You should be ready. Hard pipe.
Where did you buy? What brand did you buy?
So the intercooler's Forge.
Yeah.
Forge turbo inlet.
Yeah.
I think it's a HG Motorsport hard pipe.
Yeah.
And I just need to get a panel filter
Okay.
to replace the stock one.
Yeah.
So for now I'm going to do that, because apparently you get the same gains as you do from buying an expensive air intake.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So I've heard anyway, so we'll see what happens with that
Fair
first.
enough. I'm gonna get a Forge.
I've got
Cool.
MSS lowering springs that I've already got, but I need to put them on.
Yeah. And if you lot don't know about the MSS springs, the massive hype around them going around, because what's so good about
They work with the mag ride,
Yeah.
and they're height adjustable as well. So if you find that the car's too low, you can actually adjust them to make them higher or lower,
Okay.
depending on what you want.
Yeah. And you can have them at stock ride, can't you?
Yeah, you can have them on stock hide right if you wanted to. But I'm just going to drop it the full 30.
The best thing that I've heard about personally is because about the ride quality. Apparently there's two am I right in saying there's two sets of springs? So one for hard bumps.
Yeah, one goes on top of the other, and it's for different types of like bumps.
Okay, cool.
You can get a sports version, you can get a track version.
Yeah,
I just got the sports version.
Okay, cool. And what's the drop by? 30 mil?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, you've got 19, so it should be nice. So what do you reckon it'll put out when you do stage 2 plus? Is it going to be plus, or is it going to be like stage 2?
I think it's just stage 2.
Because stage 2
I don't know what the plus is.
Stage 2 plus is like when you do
Is it
the
left?
right, when you do high pressure or low pressure fuel pump in it or something. And you
Yeah, I asked Bobby about that. He said I don't need one.
oh, do you? Or you might not.
So I'm not sure about that.
Oh no, I don't need one either. I think when I spoke to Chris at CM Tuning, that's who you're doing it in as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Chris told me, I think on the 8V models, you don't actually necessarily need to change the high pressure or low pressure fuel pump.
Did you say why?
No, he didn't tell
I
me
don't actually know why. Oh,
Yeah, because my brother for his 8P, as you would have known, for him to have stage 2 plus, he did.
High pressure.
Yeah. So yeah, what power do you reckon it's going to be running?
So hopefully it'll be 520, 530.
Okay, now
That's on normal pump fuel, and I think on octane booster it should be 560, 570. And then obviously there's race fuel off that, but I don't think I'm gonna.
Do you know what's mad when you're saying those figures? Do you think it's mad that
It's actually crazy.
a couple of years ago they were supercar figures, and now we're hot hatch family cars are doing it.
Yeah, it's not
Mental that.
even like stock like.
Oh,
even
rapid.
They're just stupid.
Do you know, for me what impresses me? The fact that like these cars are so consistent. As in, like, they consistently just keep putting that power down and down again and again and again. And I feel like for me the RS3 8V is literally the ultimate hot hatch. I know you've got the M140 S3, but this, if you've got if you can do it, definitely like go for the RS3, man. It's just the creme de la creme. It's amazing the way it looks and everything. Because really,
I do prefer it over most of the other
you wouldn't need,
hatchbacks.
if you didn't want to like you know, alter the car in terms of the way it looks outside. You wouldn't need to, would you really?
No,
Because it looks.
I think it looks
banging.
bang on as it is.
Yeah, Nardo grey, black styling pack. It looks amazing.
But you know what has grown on me? The saloons.
The RS3 saloons,
I
yeah.
didn't like the saloons before, but I really like them now.
Yeah,
They look
same.
really classy.
You know the only thing that's annoying me, you know, to get a full exhaust system on either the S3 or the RS3 is so much.
Yes.
So much money, but the thing is it's so worth it at the same time. Yeah, it's
To be honest,
a bit of
this exhaust, that sports exhaust sounds bang on.
Oh, have you got sports exhaust on yours?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, what's the difference?
I'm not actually sure what the difference is. I think the internals are different somehow.
Okay. Do you know your does your car, you know, like, you know my car on gear sometimes, like when it hits like 3,000 revs, it pop up, it like crackles. Does yours?
No.
I don't.
Yours, after you got the res delete, it crackles a lot more, doesn't it?
A lot more.
Yeah, after I got my res delete, I can't even notice much of a difference.
Serious?
Yours is night and day. This,
Yeah, mine is
sounds
that.
like-
Cause you know when I first got into mine, I saw a res delete Apple.
Yeah.
Okay, because I smashed it on the motorway. I was like, "Rah, that sounds totally different, you know. But you know the best thing about this car is obviously you've got now here, and it's like this is the perfect family car.
oh yeah. You can just babysit in the back, just put her in, and then she's chilling.
It reminds me of being in this car. It does. It's different. It's weirdly different to Bobby. It reminds me of my first time when I ever got into like a big engine Audi car, which was the RS4 B7. It was a manual, the one I got into, but it was still so like, it just reminds me of it so much. I don't know why.
Yeah, like you know the saloons.
Yeah.
They remind me of the B7 RS4.
Oh really? You know, if you didn't get this, what would you have got?
If I didn't get this,
Yeah.
I would have got an M2.
M2. This is standard M2 of the comp or the.
No, because I wanted to get the first gen M2 because they sound fucking sick.
Yeah.
But recently I found a video on the M2 competition, so that'll include M2, M3, and M4 because they're all the same engine.
Yes.
So all you need to change is these mid pipes, equal length mid pipes, and transform the sound because it sounds shit.
Yeah.
They're a good car, but they just sound shit. But with that mid pipe, they sound amazing.
I definitely want to see what it's like on the motorway. Wow, it's at the top end. Fucking hell. Yo, fuck me. Yeah, rocking that. It is a lot smoother, so you don't feel it.
Yeah.
But you know, at the same time, it's quite scary.
Like it's so smooth, sometimes you don't even know like how quick you're going.
Fucking hell. How quick did we go? It's only going 70 miles per hour, guys. But yeah, that feels rapid.
Quick to the speed limit, innit?
But it does, yeah. But the thing is, fucking hell, I can't explain it. It's like, it feels like mine, but the difference is obviously the sound makes a big difference. But also, it feels like it's seamless. Like when Bobby's car, I think there's a massive sense of speed in the car.
Yeah.
So you know, like, it feels really
This
quick.
is a violent car, man.
Yeah.
Like I said before, it's so violent.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Yo. Fucking next level that. Yeah, there, that's a cool there.
Yeah.
Big gear, oh my god, it's pulling in big.
You're thinking that cop cars?
Yeah, I'm thinking they've got
What?
fucking hell.
He's come off, hasn't he?
Yeah. Right, I'll be honest with you, that's where I feel the difference. My car, because I'm gonna hit this down there. So, just jumped into Viraj's RS3. The reason why Viraj didn't drive my car is just because his insurance policy is different to mine, and mine is actually I can drive any car. So I'm not going to go crazy, I'm just going to get a feel of it. It's really weird, as I was just saying to Viraj, even though it's practically the same shell, it does feel different, and I think it's just because it's not my car. So the only one thing that I can realise that Viraj has not got that I've got is I've got the automatic hill hold, Viraj hasn't. So that's quite interesting. Yeah.
I felt weird in your car, the hill hold, like I want used to
I
it.
trust it all the time, like without it I just feel a bit weird.
Like when you got me to rev it.
Yeah.
So it said S1.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going anywhere. I was like, shit, pressing the finger. I had to put the handbrake on as well. Just to make it
so just straight off the cuff there, wow, so smooth. So much smooth. It definitely feels smoother. I feel a lot higher up. I think it's because obviously my car is lower. It's
Yeah.
Yours is on 19th in standard ride height. Let's go this bump a little. There's not a massive difference there, like in terms of the ride. Your wipers are better than mine.
Huh?
Your wipers are better than mine. I need to get new wipers. You've got 8-pot caliper brakes, much bigger than mine. It doesn't feel massively different.
No.
But I don't know if it's because obviously I don't think they're going to make a massive difference in this kind of driving.
Yeah, because like I said before, people usually upgrade to 6 pots in it.
But your brakes are factually better than mine, but what I'm saying is I can't really feel like
Much of a difference.
yeah, like
It might be when you when you're going quicker and you put your brake on a bit harder.
yeah, the sound obviously makes a big difference. It's a lot quieter in cabin than mine.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot quieter. In some
That's with the res delete as well.
yeah.
This car sounds well good, man.
Yeah, do you know where in Viraj?
I'm not sure.
It feels a little bit better than mine, I must say. I'm really impressed with it, man. I genuinely did not think there'd be like a massive difference. I thought, oh yeah, it's quicker, but is it going to be a massive driving difference? There is.
Are you doing Bobby's car?
I have, yeah. It feels a lot smooth. It has that heaviness that I'm on about.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It feels a lot more refined, a lot smoother. This towards the top end, fucking hell, I thought, I was like, so I planted it at first, I was thinking, is it gonna like, at first I was like, oh, that's actually not bad, and then I was like, fuck, I was like, shit. Just while we drive to park this car up, I'll just give you my thoughts. Is there a difference between the RS3 8V and the S3 8V? So my car and Viraj's car, answer is yes. So there's definitely a difference between my S3 and Viraj's RS3. Technically as a shell, yeah, they are quite similar. There are obviously differences from the outside, from the front bumper, rear bumper's the same. Obviously Viraj's got different wheels. But the main difference is, I mean, I could get Viraj's wheel, but the main difference is obviously the front bumper from the outside. I'd say you got the brakes, they're a massive difference. Viraj's got an RS Sports exhaust. I've just got a standard exhaust with the res delete. Viraj's also got a res delete. In terms of the cabin, obviously he's got a different virtual dash to me, so he's got power and torque figures. The cabin's a lot more pleasant, a lot quieter in it, Viraj. A lot quieter.
Definitely.
He's got the Alcantara steering wheel, his paddles feel quite nice. And then obviously the seats are quite nice, but again, they're not massive, like, I can't feel the day and night difference. Obviously they look different, which is great, but they don't really make a difference in terms of when you're driving. Feels a lot higher up, obviously it's on 19 standard suspension, mine's on 18 and obviously low suspension. Quality of the ride, it is really smooth. I think it's better than mine, but not by massive amounts, which is good. And then I suppose the biggest difference is obviously the handling and the power delivery. Handling is a lot more sharper and accurate, I feel, in the RS3, I really do. The power delivery though is really weird, like it's scarily quick. For a stock car, it is scarily quick. It feels, I'm sure it's different to be in the passenger seat, but it feels quick as heck. And excuse me for our French, I know I've sworn quite a lot, but it feels so quick. And what else was nice is to see those flashing lights.
Or the shifter.
Yeah, the shift lights. But I mean, it's weird. The power div is weird. I didn't even pay attention. I got so scared. I was so scared. I was like, yeah. But yeah. I mean, what can I say? It's a lot quicker. A lot quicker. Near enough about, give or take, 90 brake horsepower.
Yeah. What are they? 395, are they? What's yours?
Mine's about 310, 305 standard. That's what they say. But wow, man, fucking hell, so impressive. The Viraj's cars on Continentals, my car's on Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. I've had the car for a little bit longer than Viraj. I've had my car longer than you, innit?
Yeah.
So I've had my tyres on for quite a long time now. They're coming to a year, just over a year old. They're quite worn now. You know when you just mentioned, like when you're going around that corner, you don't feel safe?
Yeah.
All I would say to you is, when you get those Pilot Sport 4 RSs, oh my god, the stick.
It's nice.
I don't know if you...
the Michelins make a big difference, because, you know, my cousin's, when he had his 335i.
Yeah, there you go.
That was 550 bhp, and he had his shit tyres before, it was all over the place. As soon as he put his Michelins on, he took me on these roads and he was driving crazy.
Recklessly.
Even I was shocked at how good it stuck for a rear wheel drive. I was like, so obviously for our cars.
Tyres make a difference. But yeah, we're going to end the video there. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it was good. I hope it really shows you differences. And yeah, if you have any questions about Viraj RS3, drop them down below and I'll answer them accordingly, or I'll get Viraj to give me the answers to then provide. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, click that bell icon for future notifications, and yeah, till next time, take it easy. Peace.